The 5 Marriage Mindsets. This is a resource from SYMBIS, which stands for Saving Your Marriage Before It Starts. It is a premarital assessment tool and can also be used for married couples. My SYMBIS certification training was the catalyst for my realization of how my marriage mindset affects the way I view marriage. Until that point, I was not aware that there are 5 types of marriage mindsets. I will close this content with self-disclosure, but for now, let us briefly learn about the 5 marriage mindsets. The first mindset is resolute mindset. People with this mindset feel in control of their life, and part of their life plan is to get married. So for them, divorce is not an option and they like to have children. Among the 5 mindsets, this group prizes marriage the most. Religion also plays a vital role in their lives. They grew up viewing their parents' marriage as happy, stable, trusting, and emotionally fulfilling. Or they have role models whose marriages are thriving. If words like commitment, devotion, and dedication resonates with you when you think about marriage, you could be someone with a resolute mindset. The second mindset is rational mindset. This group takes a more practical approach and view marriage with caution. They do not buy in to the idea of a soulmate and view finding a potential partner to marry as a rational endeavor that inevitably needs serious work. Marriage for them requires effort and sacrifice. They typically grew up in a loving and stable home. But when it comes to divorce, they are more open to it if things do not work out, particularly if infidelity or physical abuse enters the picture. If words like communication, compromise, compatibility, and hard work reoccur in your definition of marriage, you could be someone with a rational mindset. The third mindset is romantic mindset. Romantics bring in a heavy dose of idealism to marriage. They tend to think that marriage will just happen. They believe in the existence of a perfect soulmate. Romantics are more likely to have grown up in homes where they were raised by a divorced single parent, and those who grew up with their parents being married tend to view their parents' marriage as somewhat tense. Divorce is an acceptable option, especially if one feels they have fallen out of love. If beliefs like there is only one perfect marriage partner for me, love should be like in a movie full of passion, adventure, and unending bliss, you could be someone with a romantic mindset. The fourth mindset is restless mindset. People with this mindset are either not ready to settle down or are too busy exploring their options. Their focus is on having fun with less responsibilities. On the flip side, most people with this mindset do eventually get married. They fear ending up alone and are more likely than any other group to say that they would rather marry the wrong person than not marry at all. They are likely to have grown up in homes where their parents' relationship was businesslike, staying married for the sake of their kids. And when it comes to divorce, they do not find it acceptable. In fact, they have greater tolerance towards physical and substance abuse. They are also likely to not marry for the fear of possible divorce. If you feel that loyalty keeps the marriage or are not definite about getting married, you could be someone with a restless mindset. The fifth marriage mindset is reluctant mindset. They are cynical about marriage. This group lacks the motivation to marry, and even if they marry, they are not serious about it, and most of them never want children. Lifelong commitment scares them. They feel that they will lose their identity in exchange of a few payoffs. Majority of reluctants were raised by single parents and grew up seeing poor examples of thriving marriage relationship between their parents. They would say that their parents' relationship was distant. When it comes to divorce, they find it acceptable. In fact, they say it's acceptable in their family. They find many reasons for divorce and are the strongest advocates of live-in relationship instead of marriage. They do not only accept divorce but question the value of matrimony itself. Probably their own homes were examples of divorce and how marriage doesn't work. These are the 5 marriage mindsets. Majority of the people who come forward for premarital counseling have either of the 3 mindsets, that is, resolute, rational, and romantic mindset. But it is also not uncommon to have some with restless and reluctant mindsets from time to time. I personally feel and think that parent relationship affects children a lot. Being a pastoral counselor, I can testify that the quality of married couples' relationship profoundly impacts our children's lives. And this SYMBIS research-based results only clarifies this fact. May this knowledge illumine married couples to intentionally work towards a thriving relationship and give insight to young people, especially those with restless and reluctant mindsets, that good and successful marriages do exist, and with intentional work on your inner child wounds and beliefs, you too can have a healthy, fulfilling marriage. Coming to self-disclosure, as long as I can recall, from a very young age, I have always wanted to be married and have children. I also had a specific age bar after which I was adamant to remain single and pursue other life goals. In addition, I am a firm believer that marriage requires hard work. So as you recollect the 5 marriage mindsets, you can say that I am someone with a mash of resolute and rational mindset. I hope this audio helped you to figure out your marriage mindset.